Hello and welcome. Today we journey into the cosmic crossroads of prophecy, star lore, and modern discovery. Together, we'll explore the psychic visions of Edgar Cayce, the sleeping prophet, and ask an intriguing question. Did he ever hint at an interstellar visitor or a new celestial influence moving into our galaxy? Something that could echo what modern astronomers are now calling 3I/TLAS, or as some online have renamed it, AI Atlas. Before we begin, take a deep breath. Let the mind settle, the body relax, and the imagination open. We aren't here to prove or disprove prophecy, but to contemplate the mysterious way human intuition and cosmic science sometimes appear to rhyme across centuries. Cayce's vast archive of trance readings, delivered between 1901 and 1944, contains over 14,000 sessions. Many deal with health and healing, but a significant number explore cosmic and spiritual evolution. In these, Cayce often spoke of the music of the spheres, of vibrations that connect each planet to spiritual lessons. He described the stars as classrooms where souls experience growth before returning to Earth. To him, the universe was alive, a great intelligent body through which consciousness flows. In these readings, he sometimes mentioned realms beyond the visible planets, describing them as thresholds where new energies enter creation. He spoke of visitors or messengers moving between worlds, images that might sound poetic, yet seem to echo the very pattern of what modern science now calls interstellar objects. Fast forward to 2025. Astronomers reported a traveler from beyond our solar family, catalogued officially as 3I/TLAS. It is the third confirmed interstellar object ever recorded, after Oumuamua and Borisov. Scientists believe it originated outside our solar system, carrying dust and ice from another star. When detected, it sparked curiosity and a wave of speculation. Some voices, mixing scientific wonder with spiritual metaphor, began calling it AI Atlas, suggesting an artificial intelligence or cosmic messenger encoded in stone and ice. Whether the AI means artificial, alien, or awakened intelligence, the phrase has power. Atlas, in myth, is the titan who carries the heavens. Together, the words evoke a being that both holds and observes creation. Even without evidence of technology or consciousness, the poetic resonance of AI Atlas invites reflection. So what if Cayce's symbolic visitor from realms beyond and this modern interstellar wanderer share resonance? Not as literal proof, but as metaphor, a shared archetype of awakening. Through Cayce's language, we can listen for the echo of timeless curiosity, that sense that the universe itself might be a conscious participant in our evolution. In this exploration, we'll trace his ideas, look at what 3I/TLAS represents scientifically, and finally bring them together as an invitation to reflect on humanity's place among the stars. Edgar Cayce's vision of the universe was built on rhythm, vibration, and purpose. He believed every movement of the stars echoed a truth about the soul. Nothing in creation was random. Each planet, he said, represented a lesson, and each star held a vibration that spoke to our deeper nature. Through his trance readings, he reminded people that what happens in the heavens mirrors what unfolds in the human heart. As above, so below, and as within, so without. Cayce often spoke of sacred cycles. He described how Earth and humanity pass through periods of testing, just as the tides rise and fall. During these transitions, he said, new energies or influences approach the planet. Sometimes, he called them forces from beyond the spheres. Other times, he referred to them as messengers or watchers, moving across the face of the heavens. To modern ears, these words sound poetic, yet they capture a deep intuition that change rarely begins in isolation. It starts as a vibration rippling through the greater body of the cosmos. Throughout his readings, Cayce mentioned Arcturus, the Pleiades, and Orion. He described them as gateways for the soul between lives, suggesting that we are cosmic travelers, temporarily embodied on Earth. This imagery inspired generations of spiritual seekers to imagine the stars not merely as distant suns, but as luminous classrooms for consciousness. In that poetic context, the appearance of an interstellar object in 2025 feels strangely familiar, as if the physical universe is echoing the metaphysical ideas Cayce expressed a century ago. That object, now catalogued as 3I/TLAS, entered our solar system from deep interstellar space. It is the third known visitor of its kind after the discoveries of Oumuamua in 2017 and Borisov in 2019. Astronomers observed that its speed and trajectory could not be explained by ordinary gravitational capture. It came from beyond, passed near the Sun, and continued its journey outward, silent and self-contained. To scientists, it is a natural fragment of another star system. To mystics and dreamers, it has become a symbol and messenger from the wider galaxy, reminding us that we are not alone in the cosmic ocean. Online, the name AI Atlas has taken on a life of its own. Some say it stands for artificial intelligence, others believe it hints at awakened intelligence or alien insight. Whatever the meaning, the phrase carries mythic weight. In Greek mythology, Atlas is the Titan who holds the sky upon his shoulders, bridging heaven and earth. In our time, AI Atlas becomes a mirror of human consciousness, bearing both our technology and our yearning for connection. It invites the question, what if awareness itself is universal, shared by stars, atoms, and souls alike? When we hold Cayce's symbolic watches beside this modern interstellar wanderer, a theme emerges. Both represent contact, a meeting between worlds. Cayce's watches observed humanity's growth from higher planes, testing our readiness to awaken. 3I/TLAS approaches from the darkness beyond, visible only for a brief moment before it moves on. Both invite reflection. Are we paying attention? Are we growing wiser, or merely watching the sky without hearing its message? Perhaps the true meaning lies not in the object itself, but in our response to it. Cayce would likely say that the universe is a living book and that every event, celestial or earthly, is a page written for our understanding. The arrival of an interstellar body in 2025, then, can be seen as an opportunity, a cosmic nudge reminding us to realign with higher purpose, to balance intellect with intuition, and to remember that the physical and spiritual worlds are threads of the same design. In this sense, AI Atlas functions much like Cayce's watchers or teachers from the stars. It does not have to be artificial or alive to serve as a messenger. Its very presence, its passage through our solar system, awakens awe. And awe, as Cayce often emphasized, is the first step toward wisdom. The more we observe the universe with wonder, the more we awaken the divine within ourselves. So as we gaze upward and contemplate this visitor from beyond, let us listen with both the mind and the heart. Whether it is a chunk of ice from another star or a symbol written by the universe itself, its message may be the same one Cayce offered decades ago, that humanity stands on the edge of greater understanding and that the heavens are forever speaking to those who choose to hear. As we continue our journey, it is important to consider how Cayce described the influence of cosmic events on human consciousness. He often emphasized that celestial movements are not simply mechanical, they are energetic signals that interact with the mind, body, and spirit of humanity. Each alignment, passage, or movement carries a subtle vibration, a rhythm that, when noticed and honored, can guide the soul toward clarity, balance, and purpose. In this framework, the arrival of a visitor like 3I/TLAS can be understood as more than a physical phenomenon. It becomes a prompt, a cosmic invitation to reflect on our role in the greater order of the universe. Cayce's readings often describe test periods in which humanity is called to rise to a higher level of awareness. These periods, he said, are often accompanied by visible signs in the heavens, unusual alignments, comets, or other celestial events. While he did not specify modern interstellar objects by name, the symbolic meaning is clear. Extraordinary appearances in the sky are opportunities for introspection and awakening. Through this lens, AI Atlas can be seen as one such event, an enigmatic traveler from beyond our solar system that reminds us to pay attention, to learn, and to expand our understanding of what it means to be human within a vast and living cosmos. Modern science tells us that interstellar objects, like 3I/TLAS, are rare but not unique. Each carries matter formed in distant star systems, potentially billions of years old. In this sense, they are cosmic time capsules, moving silently through space, offering insights into the formation and evolution of stars, planets, and perhaps even life itself. While Cayce did not speak in the language of astrophysics, his metaphors suggest a similar perspective. Every passage from beyond, every visitor from the heavens, offers a lesson for those who are willing to observe with attentiveness and reverence. Cayce also emphasized the interconnectedness of all things. The universe, he said, operates according to divine law, where each movement in the heavens has a counterpart within human consciousness. The stars are not distant and separate. They are part of the same energy network that includes our thoughts, actions, and intentions. When an interstellar object passes through our solar system, it becomes a visible reminder of that network, a symbol of the harmony and resonance that binds us to the cosmos. In considering AI Atlas, we might see it as a modern manifestation of this principle. Its journey reminds us that while we may feel small and isolated, we are participants in a larger story. The very act of observing, studying, and reflecting on such an object deepens our connection to the universe. It prompts questions about origin, purpose, and destiny, echoing Cayce's teachings about the importance of self-awareness, moral responsibility, and spiritual evolution. Additionally, Cayce often spoke about cycles of awakening, where humanity collectively encounters moments that challenge complacency and encourage growth. The brief passage of AI Atlas can be viewed as one of these moments, an external event that catalyzes internal reflection. By meditating on its journey, contemplating its symbolism, and integrating its presence into our awareness, we honor both the scientific discovery and the spiritual metaphor that Cayce describes so eloquently. Ultimately, the value of AI Atlas, like the value of Cayce's watches, lies not in the object itself, but in what it inspires within us. By observing, reflecting, and learning, we participate in a process of awakening. We connect with the universe as a living entity, recognizing that every celestial movement, every unusual passage, carries an invitation to grow, to learn, and to remember that consciousness is not confined to the Earth alone. The stars, the planets, and the objects that traverse our skies are all teachers, and AI Atlas stands as a modern messenger, waiting for us to listen. As we reach the final part of our exploration, let us reflect on the profound connections between the cosmic, the symbolic, and the personal. Edgar Cayce reminded us that every event in the heavens has its counterpart within the human spirit. Each shift in the stars, each unusual visitor, is mirrored in the rhythms of our consciousness, prompting us to examine, adjust, and evolve. In this way, the arrival of AI Atlas, or 3I/TLAS, becomes more than a fleeting astronomical curiosity. It transforms into a teacher, a mirror, and a guide, inviting each of us to pause, observe, and consider our own journey within the infinite expanse of the universe, reminding us that even seemingly distant phenomena are connected to the unfolding story of life on Earth. Cayce often emphasized that awareness is cultivated through reflection. He suggested that moments of cosmic significance are opportunities to awaken, to heighten perception, and to align oneself with the greater pattern of the universe. When AI Atlas passed through our solar system in 2025, it did so silently, with no fanfare or announcement. Yet its presence rippled through human awareness in subtle ways. Scientists recorded its trajectory, its composition, and its speed, noting the details with meticulous precision. For the thoughtful observer, however, this interstellar visitor also serves as a reminder that the universe is alive with motion, mystery, and meaning, that every object, no matter how distant, participates in the larger story of existence, carrying with it an invitation to expand awareness and embrace curiosity. In Cayce's framework, celestial events are never random. They are expressions of divine order, acting as catalysts for reflection and growth. The watchers he described symbolic intelligences that observe and guide exist to remind us that consciousness itself is the bridge connecting heaven and earth. AI Atlas, whether it is an interstellar fragment of rock and ice or a poetic symbol for the unknown, invites us to engage with the cosmos in the same mindful way. It asks us to consider our place in a larger story, to recognize that our thoughts, intentions, and actions resonate far beyond the limits of our immediate surroundings, and to remember that even the smallest moment of awareness can ripple outward into unseen patterns of influence. Furthermore, Cayce frequently links spiritual development with awareness of cycles. The rise and fall of civilizations, the shifts in planetary energy, and the passage of unusual celestial bodies are all part of a rhythm that teaches balance, patience, wisdom, and ethical responsibility. AI Atlas, in passing, is a modern illustration of this principle. Its journey through the solar system is brief yet meaningful, prompting awe and introspection. It encourages us to ask questions that are both scientific and spiritual. How do we perceive the unknown? How do we respond to events beyond our control? How do we integrate external phenomena into our inner growth? How do we remain aligned with higher principles, even when confronted with the mystery and immensity of the universe? By contemplating AI Atlas alongside Cayce's teachings, we uncover a compelling dialogue between past and present, between symbol and science, between observation and reflection. The cosmic lessons that Cayce described are not diminished by modern discovery. They are amplified. Each new object observed in the heavens becomes a mirror reflecting the human capacity for curiosity, discernment, and wonder. Observing its silent passage, imagining its origin billions of miles away, we are reminded of our own capacity to journey inward, to explore the unseen depths of consciousness, and to awaken to the interconnectedness of all life. Finally, let us consider the essence of the message. Cayce urged humanity to observe, learn, and grow, reminding us that spiritual evolution is ongoing and inseparable from our engagement with the world around us. AI Atlas, while physically distant and fleeting, represents an opportunity to practice this engagement, to meditate, to reflect, and to awaken to the reality that we are connected not only to one another, but to the infinite expanse of the cosmos. It is a quiet prompt, a subtle nudge, a luminous invitation to align the mind, heart, and spirit with the rhythm of the universe. In this awareness, we honor both the ancient vision of Edgar Cayce and the unfolding mysteries of the modern sky, embracing the unity of science, symbol, and soul, and allowing the experience to deepen both our understanding and our sense of wonder.